Right-wing playwright David Mamet went on Fox News to continue smearing educators, continue making false accusations of pedophilia and grooming kids. This video is so sick, I almost didn't even want to go to it, but let's take a quick look at what he had to say and we'll break it down.
What we have is kids being not only indoctrinated, but groomed in a very real sense by people who are, whether they know it or not, sexual predators. Are they abusing the kids physically? No, I don't think so. But they're abusing them mentally and using sex to do so. This has always been the problem with education, is that teachers are inclined, particularly men, because men are predators, to pedophilia.
Look, if I were a cop, if I were part of law enforcement, I would immediately start investigating him. Because whenever right-wingers start saying stuff like that, it tends to be projection. And I'm very curious why he's like on the warpath on this unfounded claim that educators are groomers. He just like flat out slanders them as groomers. It's just insane. And R. Stone in our super chat section made a great point. Shouldn't Tucker give a warning about Matt Gaetz going after young women? There's an actual investigation about that, about him allegedly paying for an underage girl to travel across state lines and have sex with him. A DOJ investigation that started under the Trump administration, by the way. But no worries about that kind of predatory behavior over at Fox News.
Yeah, I don't think Tucker Carlson is doing any of this in good faith. But yeah, you make a good point about the projection of that Mamet fella. Just the idea that men are just like prone to like deviant behavior and pedophilia and like teach, like I've never heard this. Can he cite a study? Like what is he talking about? If he's not talking about his own personal feelings, because if I'm not mistaken, he can only be in the mind of himself. And so when he's talking about men, he has to be talking about himself. This is some of the craziest stuff I've literally ever seen before.
And how do you, because like I think about this a lot, okay? When you look at the right-wing electorate, you want to find a way to connect with them, to see them as people who might be led astray by these bad faith actors, right? Because we got to start talking to each other. We got to break this pretty toxic cycle where we're honestly like we're positioned to fight each other instead of holding people in positions of power accountable, ensuring that the government is accountable to us. But how do you do that when they've been completely captured by this garbage, by this propaganda, by this ideology? Like it's really, really hard to kind of get past that and connect on a deeper level. So we're actually talking to each other and not, playing a role in this very obvious and concerted effort to increase polarization and division among the two party voters.
Yeah, I've thought about this a lot ever since Donald Trump, and I think the only way that it happens is when these people become personally injured by what these guys do and can clearly draw a line from, all right, you told me you were gonna do this, you did this, and this was the outcome, right? Like I think about, to a lesser extent, I think about just Donald Trump winning the Republican primary, presidential primary was a reaction to, you guys told us if we let you bring country club Mitt Romney up there, he was absolutely gonna kick Obama's butt. Y'all told us, y'all promised us this would happen. We followed y'all down this damn path and he got murdered in the general. And they said, you know what? We're not doing this with you guys anymore. We're gonna get our own person in there. We're gonna get the person who we think is the best rather than who you guys tell us is gonna win. I really do think they need to be personally injured by those people that they follow before they change their minds about anything, which is why, traditionally you wouldn't see these uber right-wing types who you would call on the fringe of the right wing, they wouldn't reach any real prominence. But after Republicans failing them time, or more moderate or whatever, rhino Republicans failing them, they've decided to chart their own path. And I think that's the only way these people change their minds, honestly.
Yeah, it's really depressing because the politics of fear works. And especially when you start fear mongering about something that could affect people's children. I mean,
not the children.
Exactly, yeah.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.